Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Dr. Salim Kasim. I am one of the opinion leaders in this country, and I've contributed a lot in terms of national cohesion and integration. I've worked with several people from different sectors and with divergent opinions, and that is humanity and that is nature. In relation to what is taking place currently in Kenya, where we have so many political factions, we need to advise those who are in leadership today that there were also others who are also on the same platform. They were leading, they were in charge of the nation, and today they are not there. I started lamenting on the brand politics of Gladys Wanga in Homa Bay very early. During that time, it was odd for someone to voice something against Gladys Wanga. But today it has become an eminent issue, and people have now started realizing what doctor was trying to say. But I also thank God that she tried to do some changes, even though she has not even attempted to try to bring people on board, those who have divergent opinion, such that she can discuss those issues with the stakeholders and solve problems amicably. We have a very committed group of people, intellectuals, people who can see beyond the walls. But these people are the vivid enemies of Gladys Wanga in Homa Bay County, which is very wrong. You can't choose to work with paupers, beggars, people who normally uh, pray that you give them something. These people would not tell you reality. People who can tell you reality are those who can pinpoint at some areas where Gladys Wanga has not done better. There are ring roads along Lake Victoria which were approved some years, even before she became a governor. And these ring roads were funded. She cannot masquerade and claim that she has no information, neither is she willing to assist in effecting the construction of those ring roads. Two, she should not create divide and rule leadership amongst the Muslim community, that she has a section of people whom she works with. For example, she has decided to deal with merchants and leave the ordinary Muslim community. It was just recently when she realized that there was a need for her to attend a function in Kindu Bay for contribution of some funds. Then she took advantage of the presence of Duale and those other politicians. But this was not her initiative. This was my initiative. I am the one who started this movement and said that Islam in Nyanza started in Kindu Bay. It started in Homa Bay County. So why is it that even employment of people in the county does not reflect that? By then, we had no representative in the county assembly. We had no representative in the ministerial post, I mean county committees, we had no employees at all, even sweepers. I started it and I had a lot of divergent opinions, but it is nature that people can differ in ideas. But the reality is, we are all human beings. We are born and brought up in the same county, and by nature we have rights. Secondly, with the broad-based government, the same thing. You can't cheat people every day and every time, but you can cheat people one day and once for a while. There is this reality that the ODM leadership is shaky, and you can't continue working with people who cannot advise you accordingly. What the government can do better is to make sure that they advise their counterparts in broad-based, the so-called broad-based brigades, that they go and discuss their differences amicably and come as united ODM. If that is not to happen, the way it has started, that everybody is witch hunting the other, that would result to bloodshed. We don't like that. We don't like incidences where if somebody talks, he gets disappear. They make him no more. There is an aspect of fear today that you can't talk something different to what others are saying. Don't drag us back to those odd days, those dark days when people were fearing. Me, as a leader, I can't just sit and wait, see things are not going the right way, and I just say, let it rain, because you can't stop it from raining. No, I need to find for a way on how to move forward. I can even find for an umbrella such that I can move, or buy a car and continue traveling, moving, even if it is raining. So let us unite, let us talk with one voice as a nation. And I would like to advise Dr. Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya. This guy is a learned person. He knows what it means with education. He knows what it means with the intellectuals. The most neglected people are the dons. The most neglected people are the lecturers, professors, doctors. If you neglect the most learned guys to the ceiling of education, what are you trying to tell others? Why are you supporting basic education and neglecting those who have reached the ceiling? So there is no need of education. If the more you are educated, the more useless you are in the community, then why should you learn? As if they are telling us, go back to artisan courses and learn how to do welding and even masonry, even carpentry, and don't learn. Yet we have somebody in the name of the president who is a doctor, somebody who had reached the ceiling of education. No, this should not continue. Secondly, our learning institutions should be places of pride, not places of agony and problems. I have two big responsibilities. I am a spiritual leader, representing the Muslim communities, and I'm also a don, I'm also a lecturer in the public university. So if need be that the president wants this country to go back to its initial respect of education, he should call for these dons. Uwasu is there. Constantine, very strong guy, is there. They can talk together. Wasonga is there. They can talk together, and I hope that Wasonga would be re-elected again. Why can't you just re-elect Wasonga? Wasonga is a strong guy. He can negotiate how payments of the dons can be done. Lastly, the president can leave this country with a better constitution. Leaving this country with a better constitution means that we have a country where leadership is regional and rotational. Regional and rotational in the manner that even if I don't strive so hard, it is just natural that at long last we shall have a leader from our region. And it continues that way. Now that leadership is in Rift Valley, after Dr. Samuel Ruto, it can now go to Nyanza or Western. Then we have a good hierarchy and a list of transitional leadership. This is what they called negotiated democracy. Somebody should not cheat us. If some people in Europe are still having kingdoms and they don't want anybody to talk about the royal family of the United Kingdom, and they don't want the same to be talked about the Saudi royal family and some Arab royal families, and as they continue creating these royal families every now and then. But when it comes to regional and rotational leadership, they say, no, you need to apply democracy. These double standards should be fought. That is my take as an opinion leader, and as an intellectual, and as a don. In Islam, there is a verse of the Quran which says, وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, that verily talk the righteousness, say the right thing, say the right thing which should be done. You advise towards the right thing. You advise towards the reality. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. Then after that reality, now وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, now advice for patience. No patience without rightfulness. No patience without correct guidance. No patience without proper guiding constitution for humanity and rights of citizens. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.